In the small bar, everyone is paying attention to a girl serving alcohol nearby. Lisa's innocent but equally cold face makes the hearts of nearby guests must restlessness. Lisa is a first-year university student, but because of her extremely difficult and deprived circumstances, after school, Lisa often has to work many different jobs to support her family and earn money to pay for school fees. Late at night, Lisa left her shift with garbage bag in her hand. When going through an empty alley, suddenly a hand suddenly pulled her against the wall. Lisa started screaming, but her mouth was caught by the other hand. Lisa opened her eyes and in front of her was a very handsome boy. Even though there's a lot of blood on the forehead, it still can't hide his handsomeness. Mark is the son of a notorious gangster boss in the area, a somewhat extravagant, straightforward lifestyle that makes Mark have a lot of enemies. That night, Mark was suddenly hit by a group of enemies while he was traveling alone. Mark was surrounded by a group of friends, leaving him with no choice but to escape. Then Mark met Lisa on her way home from work. Mark then used Lisa to distract the group of thugs. Lisa was very angry at that action of Mark. She was about to push Mark away and yell at him, but because Mark had lost so much blood, he passed out. Lisa had no choice but to take Mark back to her house to recuperate. Mark, after waking up, immediately considered Lisa as his benefactor to save his life. Mark actively helps Lisa with all the difficulties in her life. Lisa initially felt that Mark was dangerous and she should not get involved. But gradually, when she meets Mark, she feels that Mark is a very caring person. Lisa and Mark gradually get emotional and talk to each other more. Some time later, Mark's enemy discovered that Mark's main point was Lisa. Lisa, on the way home from school, there was a car going slowly behind her. Until Lisa felt the danger, she tried to run away but was kidnapped by the bad guys. The bad guy took her to a deserted warehouse. Information that Lisa was kidnapped quickly reached Mark. Mark's father stopped Mark again and warned him not to uncover the bad guy's trap. Mark's father thinks that just because a daughter like Lisa is involved in such danger is not worth it. However, Mark still ignored his father's words. He realized he was really in love with Lisa. Mark decisions to meet the condition to save Lisa alone. Back to the warehouse scene. The thug was because of Lisa's beauty, so he played bad tricks on her. Lisa backs away, but she's no match for him. When Lisa felt desperate, then Mark appeared and hit the guard with a stick, causing the drunkenness to roll to the ground. The bad guys heard the noise in the warehouse, so they ran to surround Mark and Lisa. The two sides rushed to fight. Mark was about to fight back but did not expect a bullet to hit his heart. At that time, another group of assassins was called by Mark's father to help his son. The two sides rushed into a decisive battle and the bad guys were injured more than half, so they stopped. Mark was taken to the emergency room of a nearby hospital. Mark's father saw that Lisa was still worried about Mark after being in danger, so he understood why Mark gave birth to himself for Lisa like that. While Mark was in a coma, Lisa was always by his side to take care of Mark enthusiastically. She realized she couldn't live without Mark. When Mark woke up, Mark and Lisa confessed their feelings for each other and they decided to go on a date together.